What's up, YouTube? It's NeverTech here, and today I'm bringing you a guide for the Widow boss fight. I originally was working on a guide for the Savage Beast fly, but one of my viewers asked me to do a guide for the Widow fight, and I had just recently beat this fight, so I decided just to do it. This fight is not too difficult. I believe it took me like 4 or 5 attempts to beat the fight, but it can be a bit overwhelming at first, right? This boss has two phases, and on the second phase, he has the same moves, but the speed is cranked up to 1,000. So, he can overwhelm you. You gotta keep an eye out. One advice that I can give is to not be too harsh on yourself, right? Give your brain time to acclimate to the fight. One thing you can do that I like to do in some fights when I'm struggling and I'm getting overwhelmed is that I would go to the fight without trying to kill the boss. I will not hit the boss. All I'll do is dodge his moves, right? I will observe and try to find the windows of opportunity to dodge his moves. I'm gonna use my video editor because I want to go to the spots where he does a certain move, and then I want to talk you guys over the move, how to dodge the move, etc., or what I do to dodge the move. Not, I'm pretty sure these moves can be dodged in a multitude of ways, but I'm just gonna talk you through how I do it. So one of the first moves that I wanted to talk about happens here at the beginning of the fight. You could also get a hit in at the beginning of the fight, but don't worry too much about that. The move is this: when he starts winding his thread, there's two versions of this move. Well, two main versions, one diagonally, one vertically. But then he'll do like multiple versions of those diagonal vertically moves. So when you see the diagonal one, the ball is gonna hit, I kind of make a mental picture, right? Of where the diagonal is gonna follow and hit, right? So when the diagonal hits the floor, when the ball hits the floor, it's gonna jump up and go towards the right. And if it's coming from the left, it's gonna go towards the right. If it's coming from the right side, it's gonna go towards the left. So I know it's gonna jump over Hornet, right? So I just don't worry too much about it. You can go a little bit forward or a little bit backwards, depending on where you're standing. Right here, I go forward and we'll see the ball just go over me. Another thing that I wanted to say is that after that move, he has a few options, right? Sometimes he'll like teleport and do another winding attack with the thread, or he'll do something else. So the second move I wanted to talk about is going to happen here. He's doing his winding thread move, right? And then he's going to teleport and appear in the air, and he's gonna launch downward diagonally. What I do is I just dash past him, under him, right? We're gonna see that happen here. Once you dash under him, what you want to do is jump. So he's gonna try to launch at you after his dash, his diagonal dash. And here you don't have a window. It might seem like you have a window to hit him, right? But if you attempt to hit him and you do it right, the best you can get is a parry. He's gonna hit you. Don't do that. I believe I get greedy and get hit here. Yeah, I do. So yeah, don't get greedy, right? Getting greedy is no bueno for this fight. You just have to wait for your windows of opportunity. So after this, he's gonna do his next move. This one is pretty easy to dodge. He's just gonna be putting those threads in 3 different spots, right? He just runs forward, so you just jump over him. This is a good, like a really good spot to heal too. So I wait for the second bell to come out. There's gonna be some bells coming out from the floor after you see the threads, and I wait for the second one, and then I jump over it and I float. And I use this times to heal, right? If I feel like I need some healing, this is the perfect time to do it. In Hollow Knight 1, you couldn't heal in the air. Here in Silksong, you're able to heal in the air, right? You get suspended. So a lot of bosses give you a window to heal while in the air, or you might puckle jump off them, be in the air, and it'll be like a good time to heal. Every boss is different, right? But for this one, this is one of those attacks that, if you need to heal, just do it when he does that attack. So again, here he'll put his threads, is the same move, right? But he just put in 2. It's a different version of the diagonal one. And I just go forward because I know if I go forward, the one from the left will probably go over me, and the one from the right that's coming from the right is gonna fall past me. So I just go forward here. And I'm gonna play that again. Again, I just go forward here and dash the moves. So here, this is another version of the thread move, right? He just does multiples, right? And the first one that appeared was on the left, so that's the first ball that is gonna fall. Then the next one, so I just back away. And believe it or not, that is it for his moves. That is actually it. He just keeps doing the same moves, but different versions. For example, this is the winding thread one, but you're gonna be in the middle of the screen. Oftentimes, he likes to do his lunging diagonally move when he does this move. Not all the time, but most of the time he's gonna teleport up, right? So just keep your eye out. And he's gonna dash past you. You're gonna dash past him as he comes down diagonally, and then jump over him. So for phase 2, again, like I said, it's just the same moves, but he cranks up the speed up to 1,000. but he doesn't have that many moves, and he also doesn't have that much HP. So just try to get one hit in anytime that you can, every chance that you get. So now I'm gonna go through the whole fight the whole attempt when I kill him. So, and I'm gonna be explaining my thoughts, whatever I was thinking about, feeling. I just did this yesterday, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. And you're gonna see, guys, that even though I don't have a perfect fight, I managed to kill him. And I believe I said this before, but one good way, like if you feel like you're struggling and you cannot like figure out his moves, even after this video, you should come to this fight and not try to kill him. Just observe it and try to dodge his moves. Don't attack him at all. No, come in here like you're just coming to learn. And that's gonna help you be so much better at the fight. Again, give your brain some time to adjust, right? Don't be harsh on yourself. Take your time and observing, and you have this fight down pat. I know you're gonna beat this boss. So this is the video of the actual attempt where I get him, and I see that there's like 3 minutes 19 seconds left. So he doesn't have that much HP. He's pretty fast to like kill. Although the fight can feel like it takes forever, right? When you're like there with all the stress. You see, I get my cocoon, which means I've been dying to this guy. And when he starts to fight, you, like I said before, I believe you could get a hit in. I don't know if I do here, right? But there you go. I got one hit in. He's gonna do his winding threads. I see it coming diagonally. I know I'm far forward enough, so I just let it rock. Then I notice that vertical thread. He'll do that quite often, and I just back away after getting a hit. So again, we're winding threads. He's doing his launch move. When he's in the air like that, he's gonna launch diagonally. So I just dash past him. I believe I get greedy here though. You're supposed to jump over him. Now I try to get a hit, and you know I got greedy. This is the move with the bells, right? Again, second bell, I jump over, and I'm pretty sure I heal here because those are good windows of opportunity to heal. I see the diagonal thread coming down. So after the heal, I just dash forward. Then I know this one is coming from behind as well. So I just stay there because I know it's gonna, based on where it's located, right? I know it's gonna fall like around here. So I know it's gonna jump over Hornet. And I just let it rock. So again, we're winding threads. Good opportunity to get a hit in when you see him winding the thread 1 or 2. Don't get too greedy, like I said before. So again, he's doing his bell attack. We just jump over that. Easy stuff to dodge. Again, I hit him there. He stuns, right? I noticed the diagonal thread. I know it's there. So right after the stun, I immediately just dash forward because I know that's the best way to dodge that diagonal coming through. Again, easy attack to dodge. Okay, let me see if I can... Okay, I could press pause with space because it was getting complicated to use the mouse. Again, lunging, dash passing, jump over him. Easy stuff. Winding thread. I noticed it. I got kind of greedy there, right? Like I try to get my hit. I dashed last second. You know, you can do that if you feel confident. Otherwise, you know, just chill out. Again, here you could hit him when he screams like that as well. This is the attack on the middle of the screen. Most of the time, he'll go in the air, but not all the time. So most of the time, I was looking in the air when he does the one that you have to stand in the middle of the screen. And then I just dash past him, jump over him, right? Heal, again, good opportunities to heal there. So pay attention to him. He's gonna launch, right? He doesn't do any move until like you can actually see him on the screen. So just pay attention, just look for him. Right? Easy move to dash, second bell, jump over. Get a few hits in. He's stunned there. So the reason why I kept hitting him there is because I'm in, you know, like in between the threads, not on the threads. So I know the ball is not gonna hit me. They're just gonna bounce in place. Now this one though, that one hit me, and I just didn't know how to react there because it went a little bit to the left, you know. So I got hit there, but no big deal. So there, let me see if I can go back just a little bit there because the two threads, I noticed them, but I noticed them kind of late. I see that one from behind me that looks like it's gonna straight dead on hit me, right? Then the one from the left shows up, right? So I dash back because I know that one's gonna hit me. And then that one from the left is coming through. I know that one is gonna go over me, so I just chill, right? I just walk. I don't try to dash or anything. Go under him, jump over him. So yeah, like I said, this fight can seem overwhelming because it's doing so many things. But if you observe him, right, just for a few attempts and let your brain, you know, give your brain some time to adjust, you're going to be able to react to all these moves. I'm not the greatest gamers. I'm like average at best. And I was able to beat this fight, like, you know, with not that much trouble. So I'm sure you guys can. So here is when you can hit him with the pogo jump. I didn't do a pogo jump there. I just hit him. I just felt it right. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that when you go to phase 2, the fight is not over. So the move that is active currently is going to come out. So you have to be careful and try to dodge it, right? Don't get confident, overconfident, I guess. So that was an input bug, right? I meant to do right bumper, not up and right bumper, but those traps do a lot of damage. And I later on in the fight, I start using them to my advantage, actually. So if you have those traps, use them. I see the two diagonals coming down. I know one is going to go past me. The other one is, like right there, that is going to fall on me. I shouldn't have jumped. That was a mistake. I don't know if I get hit here. No, I barely jumped over it. Okay, get hit there. So again, diagonal. So I try to stand in the middle of the two diagonals, right? Because one is going to go past me. The other ball is just going to go over me as it bounces, right? The reason why I'm jumping is because I'm anticipating this launch and I am nervous, right? Because it's like my 5th attempt. I don't feel quite that confident still. So I'm jumping anticipating the launch. And he's lunging at me. So here I start using the traps to my advantage because I realized that if he attempts to launch, he's going to get hit by that trap and take some extra damage, right? So there he gets damaged. I was jumping there without put the trap because I'm thinking he's just gonna launch and hit me. That ball almost hits me there. I should have stood at a better place. Go over the lunge. Two diagonals, right? So the only way to dodge it for me is to just step away, right? Because one is gonna go past me, the other one is gonna straight up hit me. So I just dash backwards, set up the trap again. Get hit. So that there, that was like instinctively, but it's also a good like moment to heal because the threats are there. You have to wait for the balls to fall. Before the balls fall, he won't do anything. So I just jumped early on and heal. So there he puts the threats diagonally. I just step a little bit back, jump over the launch. The threats, right? That threat, I almost didn't see. Those threats are kind of hard to see sometimes. So that one, I think I missed it and it hit me. But phase 2, right? One thing to keep in mind is that every time he does a diagonal, it's gonna be more than one thread. So you just, realize that there's 2 threads all the time. You might be able to adjust better. Jump over the launch. He's launching. Well, I guess that's like a charge. He's charging. I keep saying launch. Well, he does lunges at you, right? But he's just charging with his claws. Again, like this part, second phase can be overwhelming for your eyes and everything, even for your brain. But just keep calm, keep standing in between the diagonals and the vertical threads. When he puts the threads, it's like the best time to hit him. Get a hit in if you can, right? And he's dead. He doesn't have that much HP. So even if you feel like you're not getting that many hits and, 1 hit, 2 hits, it's more than enough. And just keep dodging his diagonal balls, vertical balls, my bad. So again, just keep calm. Give it a few attempts where you just, take into account what I told you in this video. Give it a few attempts where you just observe the boss. Look at the boss, look at his moves, just dodge his moves, get comfortable dodging. And once you're comfortable dodging, start implementing hitting the boss on the right windows of opportunity, which is mostly when he's winding the threads or when he's doing that, when he appears and he does that screen. You're gonna get like a feel for it when he's gonna like pop up and just do the screen. You could just dash forward and get a hit or 2 in. And I'm sure you guys got this fight down pat. If you need more help, just let me know. This is the first time that I do like a boss fight guide, so let me know any feedback you guys got. If you think whatever wasn't clear, I'll try to clarify it in the comments. And you guys got this. I hope you keep enjoying some Hollow Knight Silksong, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.